Good evening. Welcome or welcome back. So, tonight, what we're going to do is we're just going to talk. I don't feel like doing anything um, with any Reiki or anything like that. I just kind of feel like talking and just vibing for a bit. So, sit back, relax. Um, if you want to grab a drink, feel free to do so. If you just want to listen to this in the background, hey, that's fine too. I just feel like just talking about stuff, and I don't really feel like doing anything, to be honest. um, and also, I just kind of want to make a video where I'm just kind of being myself, because I feel like with these Reiki videos, I have to be a certain person, um, for that like portion of time. Um, and maybe that's just who I am as a person. That's something that maybe I need to work on if that's an issue, but um, I tend to feel like I can't fully express myself when I'm doing those videos because I don't know. That's me. Um, but I feel like if I do more videos like these, I can be a little bit more myself for you lovely people. And I'm gonna vape for a bit. I like to vape a bit. Vape while I conversate. So, I'm moving this week, and it's going to be hectic. I'm not looking forward to it. Um, haven't moved in years, and I have so much going on, and so much transition that I'm just like treading the weekend. But, you know, life. So that's happening. So, next week, it's going to be a whole different scenery. It's not going to be this place anymore. And also, I'm also trying to figure out what I can do next with this channel. Now, I'm still going to do ASMR videos. I'm just going to have a sip of my drink real quick. I'm still going to do ASMR videos, of course. But, but, with the traffic being the way it is, and also, I don't really, it's me as well as a creator because one thing as an artist, and if you listen to any artist from like celebrity level to indie level, they're all going to tell you the same thing. When things become monotonous, they start to hate what they do. And it's not that it's what they're doing is bad or it's wrong, but it's just like it's monotonous. It's not, that same spark isn't there anymore. The spark they had when they started. And I kind of feel like that when it comes to the Reiki, because it's just like the thing about the Reiki videos, guys, is the reason why I kept doing them was to try to capture, one, you guys enjoy them. Everyone enjoys the Reiki videos. But two, I was trying to capture that lightning in a bottle from 2020, and then it didn't work. Um, it actually failed miserably, and we're at a point now where it's just like, hey, even if I do the Reiki videos, it's still not getting the same traffic. And you can blame it on just saying it's just the way it is right now, the algorithm. But I'm seeing other people that are doing the same thing I'm doing a lot better. And it's not nothing to do with them. More power to them. I wish them all the best. It's just I understand that there's an energy about me that isn't bringing in an audience. All this is energy, right? If we want to be spiritual about it. And so, what can I do to fix the energy of things so that way I can attract more people to the content? The best way to do that is be more of yourself. And when you feel restricted, You can't do that. And so with the ASMR videos, even though they're an aspect of me, it's not me completely. And so what happens is that I kind of feel trapped when I make them, or I feel like that it's more of an obligation as opposed to I'm legitimately enjoying this. And it's just because lately, not lately, I won't say lately, but it's actually been for a while. It's like whenever I feel like I put out something where I'm actually fully expressing my artistic self, it doesn't get well received, and it really is discouraging. Um, and so my thing was just that like if I just kept with the Reiki videos, at least I'd keep the traffic up, and that in itself would eventually allow me to one day um, try something different. But we're at a point now where even that's not doing it. So I thought it was the perfect time to start expanding on different avenues, trying different things. And so that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of months is trying different avenues in regards to content creation because I don't think ASMR is the niche that is going to take me where I need to go. I think it was a nice jump off point, but it's not the rocket that I thought it was going to be, right? And it's not a bad thing. It's just, hey, man, it's part of the process of growth, man. You try something and it works for a bit and it doesn't work anymore. You got to try something else. And so it's not. I'm not gonna stop doing the ASMR completely. Like that's not fair to you guys. But what I'll do is I'll start implementing different things into the channel to bring in a new audience, and hopefully at the same time keep my core audience who choose to stay. Cause like at this point, man, I'm tired of putting the like, please subscribe, please subscribe. It's like I go to different creators. I listen to different I watch different content from live streaming to from like streamers, like Twitch streamers to like um, uh, paranormal content creators. And yeah, they say like and subscribe, but the reason why people keep subscribing is because they feel a like, oh, I like this creator and I like their content, so I feel the need to subscribe. But when people are unsubscribing, when people are not subscribing, it means that they're saying, hey, there's something with this creator that I don't vibe with anymore, or I don't vibe with. Bye. And it could do it a lot with just where the creator is in their creation process. And where I am in my creation process is that I feel that a lot of my work has become monotonous. That most of the time when I'm doing these videos, I'm doing it to cater rather from than hey, I genuinely enjoy what I'm doing. And so now I have to figure out what pivot I need to take so that way I can not only enjoy the content I'm making, but also get a better receptivity from my audience and the people and the public. And so I've been racking my brain over this for the last couple years. And now it's hit a boiling point where I'm just like, at this point, I'm just going to have to just throw crap at the wall, and just hope something sticks. But yeah, man. When I was a kid, I know it seems like I'm jumping, but there's a point to this. For those of you who are wondering, well, why does it mean so much to you? When I was a kid, and when I say kid, I mean when I was a child, I've wanted to be on the television screen more than anything in this world. And it It all started when I would watch movies with my family, with my mom, who is passed on. And I was like, man, I've always, like, I would like to entertain my parents. Like, that, I always wanted to be on TV and they watch me on TV. I'm never going to get to see that because they're both dead. But I always wanted to be on TV so they can watch me on TV and be like, and genuinely get enjoyment from seeing me on TV. But the real reason why I fell in love with entertainment and kind of really what shaped my artistic form was my father. And my dad was a huge 80s movie fanatic. When I would watch films with my dad, all he would watch was these buddy cop movies like um, uh, Lethal Weapon. I guess you can say Die Hard. Um, you know what I'm talking about. All those types of films, or those, or like like those classic '80s films like Predator, um, Terminator, all that good shit. And I've always wanted to do movies like that. As a matter of fact, my dad was the reason why I fell in love with 80s films because I used to watch 80s films with my dad. Now, mind you, this is in the 90s, early 2000s, so like 80s films wasn't that like far out. But this is one of the biggest reasons why I fell in love with 80s films. And so as I got older, and after my dad passed on, I started watching more 80s films, just kind of getting, just because I genuinely love the 80s. I love the 80s films. I love the music. And so one of my favorite directors favorite directors, movie creators, writers, producers. I think he did all that. Don't quote me on this. But one of my favorite movie creators was John Hughes, and he's the one that did The Breakfast Club. If you're a fan of Home Alone, he did Home Alone. Um, Pretty in Pink. What's another one? Weird Science. All those films. And crazy thing is, I'm too young for this, and this is before my time. One of the things, even to this day, even till this day, I'm not joking. One of the things I wanted more in this life itself, is to be part of the Brat Pack. Now, if you aren't aware of the Brat Pack, you're probably really young. you're probably like you're probably either my age or younger if you don't know who the Brat Pack is. Now, me being the weirdo 80s fanatic that I am, I knew who the Brat Pack was, and I wanted to be part of the Brat Pack. But one, I was born in 1992, and the Brat Pack was in the 80s with Molly Ringwald, Emilio Estevez, um, you know, all those people, Ali Sheedy, all those lovely folks. And I wanted to be part of the Brat Pack so much because they were so cool. Even when I was like, even like I watch 80s films today, and I'm like, they are still so freaking cool, man. I always wanted to be part of the Brat Pack or have some sort of like impact on pop culture like that, where I was part of like a group of people, and like we were just this like cultural phenomenon for like this decade. Like that's what my dream was. I know it sounds stupid, but it sounds so cool because the thing about the Brat Pack is that they influenced such a change in the way we viewed adolescent life. The movies that they were in, it gave us a insight on what teenagers dealt with and the challenges they dealt with. And so they caused a huge paradigm shift in how we view teenagers and their struggles, because before then, especially during my parents' days, it was just more like, you're a kid, you stay in a kid's place, you got nothing to worry about. But you don't understand that when you're an adult, when you're a young adult, when you're a teenager, there's a lot of things that you're adapting to that you mentally aren't prepared for it. There's feelings, there's uh you know parts of life that you have to adjust to, that you have to get used to, that you're not used to, and it's just there's so much transition during that part of life. And John Hughes really captured that in his movies. And so I've always wanted to be a part of stuff like that. And so at that point is when I really fell in love with films. I fell in love with movies, and being part of that whole situation. And so that's why I wanted to be in on screen TV, because I wanted to make people feel what I felt when I watched those films. Like, man, especially when you're a teenager and you're going through it, like you watch those films and they would just resonate. Uh, but that's just me. I was the weirdo. Like, people were like, why are you watching '80s films? And like, they just resonated with me. I just enjoyed the stories. I enjoyed um, the nostalgia that it brought. Nostalgia that I didn't even know. I for some reason, like, how would you have when you were born in the '90s? I don't know. It just felt nostalgic, but I enjoyed it. And so when people wonder, like, why is a lot of your style such like '80s influence, it's because that was the that decade really impacted me, as far as when it comes to, like, it had such a big part of my life, even though I was born in the '90s. Like, from early childhood to, like, being an adult, like, the TV shows in the '80s I watch. There's movies that I will watch on repeat, and just because I just genuinely enjoy them. Like, it's just that's just who I was. I listen to '80s music every freaking day. Like, there's literally it's the funniest joke that I tell myself, because I'm weird. I tell myself when I walk in the store is that when I walk into the grocery store, they're always playing '80s music. I'm just like, dang it, they got my playlist. Someone's got my playlist. But it's just like, no, you're just old. It's like, I know, right? Um, but yeah, man, that's why I do this. I do this because, and I've been trying to figure that out. Like, why do I even do this? I do this because I want people to feel what I feel when I watch those films. But it sucks because, like, I'm not in films to give that. I'm not in that place where I can make millions of people feel that emotion of, like, man, this is why I even go to movies, or this is why I watch TV. This is why I enjoy films, or shit, entertainment in general. And I've struggled with trying to figure out how I can create that within this channel, so that way, if because I know if I could do that, that's what would bring people. That's what would bring more people, but I can't figure it out. I've racked my brain over it for years. I've racked my brain over it to a point where I've reached depression. um, but it's important because that's what that's that's the magic of film. That's the magic of content, is getting people to feel like like they can feel that energy. They resonate with the art. They resonate with what they're watching, even to a point where they keep coming back to it. You know, I remember when I posted something, I think a week ago, where I was talking about something. So I was like, maybe when people watch your videos, they are healed and they don't need to feel a need to come back. I'm like, well, then that's not then I'm not doing that great of a job as a creator, because I don't care how many times I've seen Weird Science, or Pretty in Pink, or Home Alone, or what's another one I watch? The Breakfast Club. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again. And this isn't a John Hughes film, but it's one of my favorite films. It's not the greatest film ever. like if we're being technical wise, but it's one of my favorite films. I don't care how many times I've seen Hackers. I'm going to watch Hackers again and again and again because there's something about that film that makes me feel like I belong here. Like I belong on Earth. Like I belong somewhere on this planet. And so I have to create that. I have to figure out how to create that so that way I can continue to bring in more people and I can actually fulfill my purpose. Because the more I just sit here and just rack my brain, it just seems like I'm wasting time. Um, and even though these ASMR videos helps put you guys to sleep and heal to some degree, I'm not I don't feel that reciprocation on my end to where I feel like this is something that I should continue to do. And so that's where the issue comes in because I feel like I'm just throwing energy into empty space as opposed to feeling like I'm actually doing something with the energy I'm putting out. So that's the struggle that I'm dealing with. That's apple juice, by the way. Um, but yeah, man, it's a lot of struggle when you're creative because you see other creatives just I'm not gonna say effortlessly doing it because it's not effortless. They've done it to a point where they've figured out how to make it effortless. But you see all these other creators just know what they're doing, and you just fall in your ass over and over again to a point of embarrassment. Like as much as none of you understand this, and most of you guys are just kind of seeing this from an audience point of view. So a lot of y'all don't get it. But this is pretty embarrassing for me. And I'm used to embarrassing situations. So I know how to suck it up. But it's embarrassing seeing that I'm doing horribly traffic wise. It's embarrassing as hell. And so now I'm having to suck it up with like a good man should and figure out what I gotta do to take that feeling that I felt years ago and generate that same feeling to you lovely people. Because right now I'm struggling to figure that out. And that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to the channel, guys. Um, but besides that, uh, excuse me, sorry. I was gonna say something, I blanked out for a bit. But anyways, my brain does that. Sometimes it'll be like, "We're gonna say this. We're gonna say what? We're gonna say what?" And then it's gone. It's gone, senor. It's gone. But no. That's the thing we artists struggle with is that I understand people who get in the comments and say, "Hey, you're not the same creator like when you used to be. I want that same person." And I'm just like, do you not understand that that's not going to be the case? Like, I'm not going to be the same person I was back in 2020. I'm a whole different individual. Look at the beard. um, but I get it. I understand it. It's like me with Coldplay. um, it's like I love their earlier crap, but like I love their earlier music, but their later stuff, their newer stuff, is just not my cup of tea. Diggity dog. Does not mean they're a bad band. I mean, look at all the millions of people that enjoy their music. Even the CEO, the what's the word I'm looking for? The late CEO He's not dead. The this the last CEO, not the new one, the last CEO of Astronomer, even he enjoyed it, and his mistress. I wish them the best. Um, Not really, but you know, may the power, may the power, like Zordon said, may the power protect y'all. Um, but yeah, Coldplay's newer stuff is just not my cup of tea. Their older stuff is amazing. Ghost Stories was great, but like Viva La Vida was alright. Milo's Loto, I think it's called, man, not my thing. I ain't like it. Their new album, ugh, it's not my thing. Now, it doesn't mean their art's horrible. It doesn't mean the music is bad, because there's probably people that are watching this video like, what's wrong with you? What's the music's good? It's great. It's just not my cup of tea. It is what it is. Sometimes, like I prefer. Sometimes I'm in the mood for peach tea. Sometimes I'm in the mood for green tea. Sometimes I don't want Earl Grey. And right now, it just feels like that Coldplay is Earl Grey to me, and I'm just not. I'm not thirsty for it, dog. And I feel like that's how people feel about the channel. It's just like, yeah, you're kind of Earl Grey to me, and I'm kind of in the mood for peach tea, and the peach tea is in the other creator next door, and that's fair. But now I have to figure out how to generate that feeling for enough people to where I can reach my goal. I can reach that point where I'm satisfied with what I've done. Because right now I'm not there. And that's where the struggle starts. What the struggle is, it's been started since like freaking 2021. Yeah, I've been struggling with this since 2021, and we're in 2025. So that shows you the level of intelligence that I am dealing with. But hopefully I figure something out. But yeah, man, life of an artist. So when your favorite artist, remember this, when your favorite artist, content creator gets into a point where in the slump, trust me, they know. They're not doing it on purpose to offend you or make you feel like we don't care what you think. We're trying our best to find that balance of giving you what you enjoy and want, but also feeling fulfilled for ourselves. And once that balance is not there, then if that balance isn't there, then that's when danger strikes and you start seeing unsubscriptions to like 150, 200, 300, 400, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? And you start seeing your traffic drop to a maybe 6,000 views a week, and it's just like, what the hell? And it's not like per week. You only get like after 7 days, it just clicks. And so, yeah, man, we know. We're aware. We're aware that it's not the same content. We're aware. But we're trying to figure it out. So just give us time. Be patient with us. We're human like you. Like, it's, we're just, we got the artist path, guys. So, um, never fear. I'll have another ASMR video this week before I move. So, I'm gonna talk for a few more minutes because I just like running my mouth for some reason. Today's just that day. Give me 1 second. Let me just kind of adjust the time because I gotta get a certain time. I gotta time myself because my camera's pissed and it's gonna go out after like 29 minutes. Like, oh, I can't do no more. Like, work harder. Let's put it for like 17 minutes. So I'll probably stop talking after that, but just kind of keep the ball rolling, just to kind of keep you guys entertained. Keep you guys entertained, diggity dog. So football season's coming back. That means heartbreak and stress. I'm a Saints fan, for those of you who don't know already, and this is gonna be an interesting season to watch. My thing, for those of you who aren't football heads, just tune this out. My thing I'm worried about with this team is just I don't know if they can keep a consistent offensive drive going. Like the defense looked like it's gonna be somewhat like competent, but like the offense looks like it's just. I mean, again, we just started training camp. It's not like we're like 3, 4, 5 weeks in and the offense still doesn't know what to do. But like, man, listen, I'm like, my thing is this: as long as we can get through this season without a whole bunch of injuries, because I am at a point with sports where like I cannot watch another sports team that I genuinely enjoy watching deal with like mountains of injuries. Cause at that point, I'm like, listen, man, what's the point of watching sports if you can't watch your favorite player play the sport? Like, yeah, man, I watch sports. I want to root for my team to win, but it's like if like 85% of the players on my team are like gone, then what am I doing? Like, it's not even fun anymore. It's boring. It's painful. You know how it's gonna end. So I'm at a point now with like sports where I'm just like, man, I'm tired of watching all these injuries. So hopefully they can get to the season without like dying. Like hopefully they can get through the preseason and the in training camp without like getting deleted by life. Like I really don't need that right now. I'm like, let me just enjoy a football season where it's like I can actually see if the players are good or not, and not be like, oh no, he's out for the season with an ACL. I'm like, oh great, that's great. Oh, he's out for the season with an Achilles. Oh, fun for the whole family. Oh, he's got a groin injury. All right, well, that's always good to have on Sunday, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. So yeah, hopefully they can get throughout the season without any major injuries. But I don't know. The universe hasn't been on my side these last 10 years. Um. Anyways, that's sports. That's enough sports talk for the night. If you've fallen asleep already, congratulations, you win. Let's talk about other things. Um, I'm trying to like talk about a topic. I'm trying to think of a topic, but I don't want to come off like negative. Like my mom used to say, Tyler, why are you always negative? I'm like, cause look where we at. I'm like, I'm not trying to be. Like I'm genuinely like I'm a very happy person. Generally happy to some degree. But man, Lord, life just been like just not letting up. Like I'm just sometimes it's just like I try to, and I'm not a like I how do I explain it? I'm a realist. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like everything's gonna be fine when legitimately asteroids are like falling to the earth. I'm like, nah, we about to get it's over. But and the thing about it is that I try to be positive, but sometimes I'm just like, listen, y'all, the asteroids are falling. By the time this is over, Earth will have taken too much damage. It's over. Like that's the kind of I'm a realist, and so I'm starting to I'm trying to just kind of be more. I'm trying to be more. How can you say that? More positive. But I'm afraid that at some point I'm gonna have to get to a point where I'm a bit delusionally positive. That's hard. Especially when you're like Saturn ruled. For those of you who aren't into astrology, if you're probably watching this channel, you're into astrology to some degree. But if you're in astrology and you're Saturn ruled, like delusion just doesn't isn't in your. It's not in your. It's not something you do. You because like I can't afford. No, I can't afford. I don't have the opportunity to be delusional. How about that? That's the truth. I don't have the opportunity to be delusional because I get a reality check every 5 seconds. Like, you know these dudes that have this delusional confidence and it's just like they just nothing like things can happen. They just have this delusional amount of confidence, dude. No, that's not my life. My life don't do that. My life is like, oh, you on top of the mountain? Gotcha, bitch. And literally something's gonna happen and like knock me down. I'm like, all right, well, that was nice feeling good about yourself. And you pick yourself back up like normal, but it's just like, man, can I have like, and this is sounds like it's too much to ask, but it's not. Can I have like a decade or more where I just feel confident and have like physical like life evidence to prove it instead of me just like being confident so that way I can like try to change things only for life to smack me in the face and be like that's not the reality. um that's all I ask from the universe. It's like, can I at least have a a solidified, can I at least have receipts for my confidence, you know? Now people are like, well, you've been through struggle and you've gotten through it. Isn't that receipts? I ain't talking about like that. Yeah, of course, you can use that as receipts, but I'm talking about actual physical, like, evidence of accomplishment. Like, I've done this. I've accomplished all this. You know? Can I have actual physical receipts? I ask the universe that every night. Like, can I get physical receipts that I actually should be confident? You know? Instead of just like you kicking me in the nuts every few seconds to where I'm just like, okay, why am I getting up this morning? um, yeah, man. Life, life's a box of chocolates, and for some reason I keep getting that like double Dutch chocolate that tastes like basically earwax. Um, I love chocolate, but you give me that double Dutch black chocolate, burn that to the ground. Give me milk chocolate with caramel, milk chocolate with something else. Because chocolate is good, but only when it's in. And I mean, some of y'all will disagree. Like, you can never have too much chocolate. Yeah, dark chocolate's too much, man. It. There's a point where it's just there's a bitterness to it that I just don't like. Why am I eating this? Give me something sweet. I'm eating something sweet. I don't want bitterness. Now, if you're one of those people that like that bitterness with their sweetness, then good for you. That's your palate. Me, I can understand that because I like a little sour to my sweetness. Well, I always get sour gummy worms because they're sour and they're sweet. Get a little kick to the sweetness. But when it comes to like chocolate or even coffee, man, I'm not trying to have too bitter. I don't want my coffee that bitter. I want it sweet. Now, mind you, I don't drink coffee because if I drink coffee, it works as like a laxative, and I'm done. But like, yeah, man, I can't. I don't do the bittersweet. I like sour sweet. Bittersweet makes me sick. I'm like, ugh. When I get coffee, I'm like, put like 5, 6 pumps of like whatever that is, whatever that sweetener is. Give me like 5, 6 of that. Don't don't stop until stop. Yeah, don't stop until I say stop. Cause I'm not. I don't. I like the coffee. I like the flavor of coffee, but not the bitterness of it. So if you give me the little flavor of the coffee, but with the really good sweetness of like a white chocolate or like a white chocolate mocha or whatever the hell they call them things, whatever, or a pumpkin spice or I'm not a matcha person. I'm not. Okay, viewer discretion is advised. I'm about to offend a whole bunch of people. I don't get the obsession with matcha and Dubai chocolate. Okay, so now mind you, I like chocolate pistachios. I just don't. But that I don't know what that other stuff is. Whether it's you can explain in the comments. I'll probably read it. I'm most likely gonna read it. But whatever the extra stuff in Dubai chocolate, I don't get the obsession with Dubai chocolate and matcha. I'm sorry, I don't. Matcha especially. Everybody's like matcha is so good. I'm like I had matcha. Matcha is not my cup of tea. But or cup of coffee, whatever. Um, just give me just give me a normal coffee, man. Just give me a white chocolate mocha or some shit, or pumpkin spice, or whatever other deliciousness I could find on in a coffee shop. But like, just don't give me no matcha. I don't see a point. I don't like matcha. I don't like no, I don't. I don't. Like for some reason, the world decided to be obsessed with matcha and and Dubai chocolate. And I'm just like, why? Like, where are we at now? All right, that's my little pop culture rant for the day. Um, but yeah, guys, I'm going to figure out how to give you guys good content that keeps bringing more people in, but I also want to figure out how to fall in love with making this content because yeah, man, when you do something over and over again, I don't care what it is, you can love the job for the rest of your life. It starts to become monotonous. Unless it's something that you genuinely get that receptivity back from, like where you start seeing there's an equal give and take from like you put stuff out, people really love it, you got the feedback that you're thriving for. Yeah, you'll probably see a different situation, but when it's just like you're not getting anything in return and it's just traffic slow and it just for any artist, for any person, it gets to a point where you're just like, gotta figure something else out because clearly what I'm putting out there isn't getting it's not getting the response that I want. So it means I gotta put out something else. And so that's what I've been struggling with. I've been struggling with it for a couple years. Um, and I have to figure it out because if I want to do this, I got to figure it out. And this is important to me. All of it's been important to me since I was a child. You know, it's even if it's just a stepping stone, it's important to me to create that because that I always felt was my purpose. I just hate that it feels like the universe has just been kicking me in the nuts to get there. So that's pretty much it. I'll do another one of these videos because this is a lot to. It's a nice little moment to talk to you and kind of get you guys a glimpse of who I am as a person. If you resonate with me as a person, great. If you don't, I understand, man. We don't. Not everybody resonates with people. And by the way, this wasn't for self-loathing purposes. It's just kind of where my mind's been. And we're human. We have those moments where we're just kind of like, oh, really. Sometimes you just don't know what direction to go. We're human, and sometimes we figure it out. But that's part of life. So take it how you want it, embrace it, swallow it, live with it. I don't know. But most importantly, you have yourself a good night, good day, whenever you're watching this. Just make sure you're doing good, stay safe, be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. um, I don't know what that means, but anyways, take care. And I'll see you again in the next video.